Hello everybody and welcome back to my vlog channel. I'm on spring break this week, so I thought I'd do a little nursing vlog for you. Okay, so I have it all written down on here. So currently I am a nursing major. For those of you who do not know, I'm in my senior year. I'm graduating a semester early, so I only have one semester left. But I wanted to make this video of like pros and cons because I struggled for a long time trying to figure out what I wanted to major in, what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And ironically, I don't like gross things. Like, I don't mind blood, but I really don't like broken bones. I don't know, there's a lot of things in nursing that are just not for me. So I thought immediately like nursing was off the table for me because of that. But once you really start exploring the major more, you realize that you can pretty much go into anything that you want and be a nursing major. And I'll dive into that a little bit today. But that being said, I am still in nursing school, and I actually really do enjoy it. When I was looking for a reason to pick nursing or not to pick it, I found these kind of videos to be very helpful. So I'm gonna give you my top 5 pros and cons on nursing school. Okay, we will start with cons because I want to leave off on like a positive note. So my first con is that it is lots of work. It's not only busy work, but it's presentations and projects and papers and tests, like weekly tests. However, once you learn time management, and if you already have time management, that's even better, it becomes not that bad to deal with. My little tip on dealing with all the work is really have like a schedule. Like, you definitely want that one day that you don't do any work if you can. I tend to be bad at that because if I am relaxing, I'm always like, there's always something I could be doing, so I am bad at that. But I would say that if you have a schedule, like my work days are, I really work hard on Mondays. Mondays I'm working like pretty much the entire day. And then Tuesdays I have my test block, and then Wednesdays I'm also working pretty much the whole day. And Thursday and Friday kind of shift sometimes, but usually Saturday I try to grind out a little bit of work, and then Sunday is usually my rest day. So I really try to like just chill and do some like busy work on Sunday. So if you can just like manage your time in a way that works for you, it will be a lot easier to deal with. Okay, con number 2 is it's easy to get burnt out. Even in nursing school when you aren't even a nurse yet. I know that's like, sounds kind of funny to say that, but you have to have a positive outlook on it. And I also am not the best at taking my own advice, but it can be very unmotivating if you start comparing your schedules or your work amount or whatever to your friends and everything. Like, I have 2 of my best friends are accounting majors and education majors, and we all have very different schedules as far as work goes. But if you compare those, you'll have a hard time like just enjoying your major, enjoying your time, and finding like the positives out of what you get to do every day. So to not get burnt out, I would say try not to compare. Like, just focus on what you have to do, what you have to get through, and you'll be just fine. Okay, this next one, number 3, is kind of a pro and a con. It like depends on what you're looking for. I know at least the schools in New York, for the most part, they focus a lot on inpatient clinicals and inpatient experiences. Like, everything in school is taught towards inpatient. And when I say inpatient, I mean like in the hospital. So it is, if you're looking to do something like outpatient, like anything that doesn't require being in the hospital, it is a little bit difficult just because I haven't had any outpatient experience at all, and I am a senior in nursing school. The only outpatient experience I've had is like what I do on my own in like the summer or whatever like that. So if you're interested in maybe taking a different route in nursing, still keep an open mind because you still have to go through nursing school. I personally think I do want to do outpatient. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I do really like a lot of the outpatient options. But I'm still trying to like enjoy my time doing the inpatient stuff because you never know what you will find that you actually really do enjoy. Con number 4, I would say it is very competitive. It can be very hard at times too. I know for the school I go to, you need a 75 to pass like anything, and we take a math exam at the beginning of every single semester, and if you get more than 2 wrong, you fail it, and you only get like 2 or 3 attempts, and then you're done pretty much if you keep failing. So it is like just very high pressure. But also with that being said, you just have to be willing to persevere because like you can do it, and it does sound scary when you think of it like on paper, but once you're actually going through it, you'll realize that it's not as bad as it's made out to be, and you'll catch up soon enough. Like it might take you a few exams or a few quizzes or whatever to be like, I need to change my studying habits or whatever it is, but then once you do, you'll find a rhythm that works for you and it gets much easier. Okay, con number 5, this is my last con. The social life to school balance is hard, I'm not gonna lie. So if you do kind of what I said on the first con though and like set your priorities, you should again be just fine. My first year of school, I had to juggle being on a sports team, I had to juggle being a nursing major, hanging out with my friends. It was also COVID, so like my boyfriend and I weren't allowed to see each other, so we weren't allowed to go to each other's colleges, so we'd have to like plan little like date nights and stuff. So you just have to like prioritize what you want to do. And also my boyfriend's on a sports team as well, so like he plays football, and now it's a little bit easier because I have like my rhythm down. So like on the weekends I'll go to his football games, and then when he's not in season, like that would be kind of like my rest day or whatever, like our hangout day. And then I have like set weekends where I'm just hanging out with my friends and like kind of making time for them as well. So as long as you have your priorities straight, again, it's really not that bad. It sounds like a lot when you're taking it all in, but then once you go like day by day, you're like, okay, this isn't bad. And if you're someone who likes to stay busy and like gets bored really easily, this is like perfect. Okay, now on to the pros. Okay, so for pro number 1, there are lots and lots and lots of options with nursing. And I'm not just talking about where you could work, but I'm talking about what you could be as a nurse. When people think of nurses, they think of just a typical bedside nurse, like on a med-surg floor or whatever, but nursing is so much deeper than that, and like it's such a wide field, you can pick anything you want. So like I said, I'm very interested in outpatient, and some of the outpatient ones I was like looking around for at first was like an NFL nurse. You could literally be an NFL nurse, like no one's ever talked about that. And then a forensic nurse. I used to want to be like a cop, so that kind of ties in like nursing with like police work kind of. And then you could be a school nurse or a cosmetic nurse, an insurance nurse. So you could be, I mean, these are just all outpatient too. Like there are so many inpatient places you can go as well, but those I feel like are a little bit more known, other than like, you know, the correctional facility officer nurses or like all those kind of jobs are all outpatient. So they're just keeping your options open is a really good idea because you never know what you're gonna find interesting. And you can get a job in almost any town, in any city, in any state. Like you can get a job, you just have to keep your options open. Pro number 2, your hard work will pay off. Nurses are the most trusted profession. So many of my professors have told me that, and it's very true. Even though you spend lots of money to go to school for it, your salary, wherever you go, will compensate for that. But here's a little tip too. Do not just go into nursing for the money. I know like money is a huge factor in picking a job or a career, but like you will be fine in nursing with the money. But if you do not like what you do, you will get burnt out so fast. So you really have to find something in nursing that you think you will really enjoy and will wanna go like 9 times out of 10 go into work. Because if you're getting up and dreading like, oh, I really don't want to go here today, but you're getting paid. Like, it's not good for long term, and you'll last like a year, if that. Pro number 3, you will have a really strong support system if you go into nursing school. It's kind of like high school in a way, where you grow up like all 4 years, or if not more, with these people, and they will be in the same classes as you, and you have every single class with them. At least for my school, we have like cohorts. So in my cohort, I have class with those same sets of people every single day for the entire week, which is good because you really learn, like, you can really connect with people, and you see the same people every day. It really makes it easy to make friends and to kind of just lean on each other. Yeah, so I would just suggest like really using your support system, because those will be the people that really understand what you're going through like at that moment, and they will be the ones to get you through tests, get you through clinicals, get you through projects. Like, you'll be working with them. If you like the people you're with, that's half the battle right there. Okay. Pro number 4 is that it is a very rewarding career. Obviously, I'm still in nursing school, so I've only had like snippets of it so far, but from those experiences I've had through clinicals, there's nothing better than knowing that you have truly made a difference in someone's life, even if it's like the smallest thing, like sitting there and listening to them when they just need someone to talk to. Those really are life-changing to some people. With that being said, though, my sister is also a nurse, my grandma was a nurse, and just hearing their stories of like what it feels like when they truly make a difference, and when they do something and that patient will remember it forever. Like, there's nothing better than knowing that you saved a life, or that you improved a life in some way. And my last but not least, pro number 5, is the work to reward ratio. This is how I look at it. This is how my sister was explaining it to me when I was trying to figure out what major I wanted to major in. Like, just think of it like this. Would you rather work your butt off and really put in like all the effort you can, have kind of like a really hard 4 years of college, but then once you get out in the field, you have all these benefits and salary and people you like and job you like to go to, and options of where you can live and options of what you can do? Or would you rather kind of just have like a fun 4 years where you're partying or going out with your friends, but then you graduate college and you have nowhere to go, or nothing to pay off your loans, or anything like that? So you kind of have to look at it in that kind of mindset too. You will be so set after you graduate. And with that, some of you might be like, oh, I do just want to party for 4 years. I do just want to hang out with friends and have an easy 4 years. And that's fine. That's the point of this video. It's like trying to figure out what you are willing to do and what you will be interested in. So I'll just leave you guys with this. You can do it. Think about all the people out there who are nurses. I think there's like 4.2 million, and I did look that up, so I know it is true, that are nurses. 4.2 million people are nurses. So if 4.2 million people can do this, so can you. And if I can do this, you most definitely can too. It doesn't matter if you are smart or not, if you were the lowest in your class, the highest in your class, it really does not matter. You just have to be disciplined and dedicated. That's like the 2 biggest things. You really have to be disciplined on what you're doing and your time management, all that, and you have to be dedicated. You want this at the end of your career. So you just really got to put in the effort in, and if you do all that, you will be just fine, and it'll be a breeze through nursing school. Take my advice. It really is not as bad and scary as people make it out to be. If this video was helpful, let me know, and I can make more videos like this in the future. But thanks for watching, guys.